Today we're taking a look at some of the Masters of the Universe Origins figures, a line that is truly a blast from the past, modern posing with the retro play. These are so reminiscent of what they used to be in the 1980s when they were pretty much, ruling the toy industry. The glory days of Masters of the Universe. Now, seeing these back on shelves in toy stores are just making me so happy. Got the original card art coming back, new for 2022. As you can see over here, we have parts of Wave 7. They're already working on Wave 9, so thank you so much, Mattel, for sending in a couple of these figures for me to review, and some of the deluxe figure sets, like you got Flying Fist He-Man here and Terror Claw Skeletor. We're going to take a look at all of them. The slime pit in the middle, it's just a background thing, not really thought about that, but wanted to have something to place these toys in, so that's why that's over there. Guys, welcome to a brand new edsretrogeekout. Let's get geeky. Let's open up some toys and compare them to their vintage counterparts. Now, over the years, Masters of the Universe has gone over many changes. Near the end of the 80s, the line unfortunately didn't perform too well, so part of it was shipped over to Europe, where you could still get a couple of the last released action figures, but it wouldn't be the last time Mattel tried putting them back on shelves. In the early 90s, they would take a chance with the New Adventures of He-Man, which was more of an anime type cartoon. The action figures were a little bit less bulky, and even though they got a couple waves out, it wasn't the big success they were hoping for. Then you got the 2000 Next series, which I totally don't remember anything of, but around the same time, they also put out the commemorative toy line, which was actually recasted from the original toys because the original molds couldn't be used anymore. So the commemorative line actually performed very well, and that's one of the factors that went into the creation of Motu Classics. A toy line that wouldn't be out on shelves, it would be targeted to collectors. It was kind of a subscription-based toy line that would last over a decade, creating characters from the comics, the cartoon, and the original toys they're based on in super articulated form for adult collectors. Now, Mattel at the time definitely wasn't thinking about putting Masters back on store shelves, but here we are 2 years later after the introduction of the Origins line. The figures are back, but they're highly articulated now. They got 16 points of articulation, which we're going to get into. As you can see in the deluxe figure sets, you get that new type of collector toy thing going on with the extra head with a different head sculpt and sometimes an extra hand, so you can actually pop all of the accessories in. Finally, after all these years, I couldn't believe my eyes, but Masters of the Universe is back on store shelves. And not just one line, but multiple are out there right now. Now, these are probably the most reminiscent toys out there for any collector, but it's also great to be able to buy your kids one of these toys they can actually play with, because some of these are going for high amounts if you want the vintage one. Now, we're gonna have to open these up, which is something I usually don't do, but hey, for reviewing sakes, I'll give it a try. But of course, before we're gonna open up these toys, we're gonna take a little look at the packaging. Over here, we're taking a look at Buzz-Off, the heroic spy in the sky. Over here, you got the tagline, modern posing and retro play. Oh man, from like afar, this actually just looks exactly like the vintage figure. You got the accessories in the back, and there's even a comic book thrown in, so that's a goodie. Over here we can see all the other toys that are in the wave. We got Jitsu coming up and Sorceress that we're also going to unbox, but Stratos was not in the lot over here. This is freaking cool. Look at this artwork. Look at how they added in the artwork for this one. Leader of Eternia's Bee People and the Andri Nids, Buzz-Off uses his insect vision to keep an eye on Skeletor's evil plans. I guess it's time to open this guy up. Okay, scissors. I don't think he's gonna make it. Not sure about this.
Kramer, stop it!
And here he is, out the package. Yeah. So added in is this little pamphlet where you can see which parts are removable. Now this guy is flexible. Everything moves very smoothly. I was like, whoa, this is completely different from what I'm used to from the vintage line. So starting at the leg, the ankles move, then the leg actually twists around. Over here you have another double articulation, and then you have the joints right here. Can it actually hit? No, they don't have the spring action anymore. But on the arms, you have the hand that can move around very smoothly. A double articulated forearm. This thing just moves like that. Oh no, we can actually move it around a lot more. Okay, and then of course the head is articulated, and accessory wise you got of course the bee wings right here with that lovely sculpting on the inside. He comes with this weapon right here, and this thing comes off just like the thing that's always missing when I'm trying to find him in the vintage line. Here we go, this is Buzz Off. Thrown in for this wave, we have the challenge of Jitsu comic book, in which you obviously get all of the characters that are in the new wave in a small story comic book, so you kind of get to know what they are. Pretty nostalgic for anybody who collected Masters of the Universe back in the day. They're a little bit more thin than the ones that used to come with the toys, however. And then we're just gonna open up all of the other ones so we can take a look right at once. But before, let's take a look at some of the packaging over here. And here we have them out of the package, the heroic leaders and evil masters. We got Jitsu right here in the front, backed up by Terror Claw, Skeletor, Buzz Off we already discussed a little bit, and then we have Sorceress and Flying Fist He-Man. So the non-deluxe figures come with everything you see right here, but the deluxe versions of Skeletor actually come with a little bit extra. Like over here you have the extra head with a different sculpt on there. The eyes are hidden a little bit. You have the ram staff, and just in case, an extra hand. Remember to thumbs up the video. For He-Man, it's the same extra set of accessories. Over here you have a sculpt that looks kind of reminiscent of some of the packaging artwork off of the vintage line. Now first up, let's take a little look at the girl we see right here. We have Sorceress. She comes with her white big staff over here. She is the guardian of Castle Grayskull. A really tough to get vintage figure. I still haven't been able to find one that I was able to afford. She goes for quite some money these days. What I really like about her is the wings on this one. The extra detail they put in there. You can fold it together like this, and then she'll obviously look like that, but the motion of the wings, this is really well made. I don't see this giving any big problems later down the line. That's quality. You got the head sculpt right here, a bit Barbie type stuff going on. You got the eagle type detail right there, and yeah, just a very cool figure to own. Actually, one of the things this line is really helping me out with is I don't know if I'm ever gonna get this figure vintage. Same thing goes for the Horde Troopers, which I actually already pre-ordered 3 of them just to be finally, you know, getting like a Horde Troop army. I have one vintage one, but if I have to buy like 4 more, you probably wouldn't even notice if they're displayed. So it's way cheaper than getting a vintage one right now. And then let's take a look at Jitsu. This one is the evil master of martial arts. And this is actually not the Origins one. It's this one. This is the vintage one. This is the Origins one. How freaking cool is that? The obvious differences between these is that he's in way better shape because, well, he's new. This is the one I have. I probably picked him up over at a flea market, but he does have this chopping action. He has the spring-loaded waist. And I'm totally messing up my scene here, but it is what it is. So this is the vintage one Right next to it, we got the newly, who seems a bit higher, although if we crouch him, they're actually, yeah, the same height. So the 5.5 does work out. Chicka chow. Oh yeah. So over here we have the highly articulated Jitsu, the newer one, and he doesn't have the spring loading or anything, so it's kind of unfortunate that he doesn't have the chopping action, but he does have the golden hand right there. Nice. Obviously the armor he comes with, it can come off, but we're not going to do that today. Then another one I also brought the vintage one over from is Skeletor, the Terror Claws version. Yeah, over here you got him with the little thingy in the back right there. Sometimes also known as Skeletor Goes to the Beach, because he's got the tank top, and yeah. Not sure if the extra head sculpt he comes with is supposed to be more in line with the vintage. This one actually looks a lot more like a Misfits skull. But he has a nice glossy finish, a skeleton right there. This thing right here we can pop in. So here's the side by side. Yeah, okay. So they decided to not go with the red, but continue on with the tank top thing. Anyways, now the deluxe figures, they don't have as much interchangeability as the other ones over here, due to the internal mechanism that allows them to, you know, move these arms around like this. Due to that, they only allow you to actually remove the head and what else? The hands and the feet. The other stuff is neatly tied together. So yes, ooh, love it, love this. Now lastly in this bunch, this is one action figure I unfortunately passed up on once, and I still haven't been able to source him. So I don't actually own this one in the vintage line. This is the Flying Fist He-Man, the heroic leader with the arm swing action. Just like with Skeletor's got the same action, which allows all of his accessories to actually make these cool spinning type of deals. So the arms you can actually click around, so they will stay in place during the action. Yeah. It's a very fun figure. I always thought I always thought like the boots were kind of funny because they had like the white finish on the top. You got some chrome over here, which is always nice, and on the back you can obviously pop that thing in there. Well, okay guys, I'm done playing with these for today. I want to thank Mattel for sending them in. Opening up toys that are on a blister is something I don't do often, but you know, with the vintage ones, they're actually under pressure inside of the packaging because it's locked sealed over here. There's actually a small opening, so they're kind of like future proof in a way. Still, it was weird opening them up, but I'm actually glad I got to experience all of the new articulation that gets popped into these toys right now. I am a big Master of the Universe collector, so this was definitely fun to do. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if there's any Master of the Universe Origins figures you own. How are you enjoying that line? Are they easy to get in your area? Usually I have to pre-order them, but I would love to see them in more stores actually on shelves in Europe. So yeah, make it happen, Mattel. Be sure to subscribe for more 80s and 90s toy videos. Subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of those new videos. If you want to support the channel even more, you can always leave a like. Check down below for any of the t-shirts I have available in my Teespring link, and you can always join the Patreon. Even the $1 tier will allow you access to the exclusive Patreon where we talk toys like these and loads of other toy lines all the time. So that's going to be it for this video, but I might be back sooner than you think. So see ya in the next video. Thanks guys. Bye.